Tel Aviv in a state of emergency. The attacks continue and Iranian missiles reach the heart of the city. Hey, everyone, welcome. Glad to have you here, wherever you're watching from. We really appreciate you joining us and supporting the channel. For the first time, Iran didn't just make threats, they actually pulled the trigger. That night, the skies over Tel Aviv were lit up in red, fiery, chaotic, and terrifying. Amateur video footage showed just how tense and unreal everything felt. Bright flashes lit up parts of the city, followed by loud booms and shockwaves that shattered windows even in Haifa. Sirens didn't stop blaring, which locals knew all too well meant that Israel's air defenses were overwhelmed. People's phones caught scenes of panic and fear. The Iron Dome launched a barrage of interceptor missiles, while the David's Sling system tried to chase down incoming rockets that were moving way faster than expected. What most people didn't realize is that this was the first time Iran had used its largest medium-range ballistic missile, the Khorramshahr 4, in a real military operation. This missile isn't just about raw power, it's a message. Iran isn't just playing defense anymore. The retaliatory strike, called True Promise 3, wasn't just a bluff. It was Iran delivering on a threat that couldn't be ignored. A true promise, their commitment to respond to Israeli attacks. But what makes this missile such a nightmare for Israel, and how did it manage to shatter the myth of Israel's invincible air defense systems? Keep reading, especially about how the multi-layered Iron Dome system finally broke down, because of a single, nearly invisible maneuver. The Khorramshahr 4 is no ordinary missile. It's the result of a decade of ballistic missile development by Iran. With a range of over 2,000 kilometers and a 1-ton warhead, it carries not just explosives, but honestly a serious strategic warning that could shift the military balance in the region. What worries Israel and its allies the most is that this missile can dodge radar. Thanks to its highly flammable liquid fuel, the Khorramshahr 4 can be fueled faster and launched quicker, giving it more flexibility on the battlefield. It can be launched from both fixed and mobile platforms, which means Iran can strike fast while still staying mobile enough to avoid early detection. Its range is more than enough to hit anywhere in Israel, even if it's launched from western Iran, and it's extremely fast. Estimates say it reaches over Mach 12 in its final phase, making it nearly impossible for systems like the Iron Dome or David's Sling to intercept it. One of its most dangerous features is the warhead itself, powerful enough to destroy major military installations or critical infrastructure with a single hit. What makes this missile even more advanced is that it uses MRV technology, that's maneuverable re-entry vehicle tech. That means in the final phase of flight, the warhead can change direction mid-air, making it not only more accurate but also much harder to shoot down. That's why multiple Khorramshahr 4 missiles managed to get through Israel's air defenses during the True Promise 3 operation. Credit goes to the MRV tech. Military analysts also believe the Khorramshahr 4 could eventually carry multiple independently targetable warheads or mini-munitions. And even though Iran didn't show that capability this time, just the possibility puts them among the few non-nuclear countries that can launch a multi-pronged attack from one missile. This missile operates in 3 stages: boost phase, that's fast, high launch, mid-course, outside the atmosphere, and the final phase, re-entry and attack. It's in that final phase where MRV technology makes the warhead's path unpredictable, using horizontal maneuvers to trick radar and break through traditional defenses. So yeah, with all these capabilities, the Khorramshahr 4 isn't just a military threat, it's a loud and clear message. Iran believes it now has the power to balance the playing field, even without nukes. During the wave of missile attacks under Operation True Promise 3, the Khorramshahr 4 played a major role. Iran confirmed that this ballistic missile was used to target strategic sites inside Israel, in retaliation for United States airstrikes and the assassination of key IRGC figures. What's surprising is that these strikes didn't come from Iran's proxy forces in Yemen or Lebanon. This time, the orders came straight from Tehran. Clips posted by conflict tracking accounts like Menchosin and My Lord Babo showed bright flashes in Israeli skies, followed by huge explosions in Tel Aviv and Haifa. Field reports said multiple missiles made it through Israel's layered defense systems, including the Iron Dome and David's Sling, and directly hit infrastructure and military targets. A missile hit an area near the port of Haifa, sparking a massive fire that was tough to control in the first few hours. Reports also say another missile exploded in western Tel Aviv, knocking out communication and power networks in several parts of the city. This wasn't just a show of force. It marked a new kind of high-tech asymmetric warfare, where ballistic missiles were able to punch through Israel's electronic defense shield, which has long been its pride and joy. The Iron Dome system, which was designed to intercept short-range missiles, struggled against the Khorramshahr 4. Even David's Sling, a more advanced system built to handle mid-range threats, was overwhelmed by the missile's incredible speed and maneuverability. In this attack, interception success was only partial. The rest, well, it turned into a nightmare for Israel. More than just physical damage, the strategic impact runs much deeper. This attack shattered Israel's long-held belief that it's immune to direct strikes from hostile states. The fact that the Khorramshahr 4 managed to break through Israeli defenses sends a clear message: no defense system is truly impenetrable, especially when the missiles can independently maneuver and strike with pinpoint accuracy. Operation True Promise 3 wasn't just revenge by Iran against Israel and the US. It was a signal that Iran isn't just a regional player anymore. It's now a strategic force with advanced offensive capabilities. The world might not exist as it does today without these powerful missiles. Operation True Promise 3 didn't just shake Tel Aviv and Haifa, it rocked the geopolitical foundations of the region. The ballistic missile Khorramshahr 4, which successfully broke through Israel's multi-layered air defenses, marked a major turning point in Iran's military doctrine. This is no longer a hidden game played through proxy militias in Lebanon or Yemen. This is a direct and open confrontation between two nations with opposing strategic ambitions. Western media reported that Israel responded with a mix of tactical confusion and political hesitation. When both the Iron Dome and David's Sling failed to handle the volume and speed of the ballistic attacks, public confidence in Israel's defense systems almost collapsed. Some missiles even hit critical infrastructure, including power stations and communication hubs. So it wasn't just about material damage. This was a blow to the illusion of superiority that Israel has proudly relied on for years. On the other hand, it looks like Iran is reorganizing the way it fights. This operation created a new perception across the region, that Iran now has the capability to launch direct, calculated and precise attacks. It also sent a warning to Gulf Arab states and even to Washington, that any military escalation inside Iran's borders would be far more costly than previously expected. Still, this boldness doesn't come without risks. Iran may not be able to handle a full-scale, long-term conflict. Many analysts believe that if the confrontation drags on, Iran will likely fall back on its proxy network and try to shift pressure toward global energy routes, including the Strait of Hormuz. That in turn could trigger a response from the United States or even spark a wider military conflict. What's also interesting is how global powers like China and Russia have stayed at arm's length. They haven't openly supported Iran, but they haven't condemned the move either. This suggests they might be using the conflict as a bargaining chip in broader global negotiations. What's clear is this: war is no longer just about diplomatic red lines. It's about missile tech, air defense readiness, and how far leaders are willing to go to prove their dominance.